Hello everyone and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Well, as you can see on today's video, we've got a cow with a very sore left front foot. And the way she's using that, it makes me think that there might be something stuck in that. So let's get this foot picked up and see if we can figure it out. And while it may not appear like there's anything obvious stuck in there, my guess is there's something right here. Now, much like a cow from a couple videos prior to this cow also has some reverse corkscrew or some medial corkscrew claw rotation, and that's obviously causing some of this discomfort. Now you'll notice on that claw on the right, that medial claw, all of that redness in that white line, both on the axial wall side and on the abaxial wall, or that outside wall side. It goes all the way around there. That is a clear sign that we've got some laminitis going on as well. Now, in order to make her more comfortable again, we need to balance this foot out. You'll notice here on this medial claw, I'm leaving this outside edge high, and I'm taking down this lateral claw on the outside edge of that. That's going to bring this foot back into balance. The reason that this corkscrew is here is we've got too much growth or not enough wear on the inner part of this medial claw, so that's where I'm going to do that trimming. Now, if we look out toward that white line, all that redness in there, that can be attributed to that corkscrew rotation and a lot of that pressure being applied to areas that it's not designed to. Now, how do I know that it's from that rotation, that redness is from that rotation? If we look over to that lateral claw, you'll see that it's perfectly clean in that white line. That hoof horn looks really, really good. So we know that likely this edge or this the redness that we see in that white line can be attributed to that corkscrew. Now, before we began this trim, I thought this mark up here was going to be the source of her discomfort, but looking at it now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be down here. One comment that I read all the time is you must have the most rewarding job out there. And you know what? They are right. And this particular trim is one of the most rewarding ones that I've done in a long time. You'll have to wait till the end of the video and you'll understand exactly what I mean. Now, as I'm working here, you might be asking yourself, why did you zero in on this particular spot of redness in the white line when the entire white line had redness in it? How do you know it's there? And that comes down to the location of the pedal bone inside the foot and knowing that likely these red spots are going to be due to those pressure points from that pedal bone. And this happens to be a common location to find some type of white line issue. Now, another question you might have here is, why did you remove that outside wall edge there? Why not leave that in place to protect it like you do with white line issues? And this is for a different reason I'm removing it. Here, I want to remove any type of pressure point from that area. That redness that we see, that's due to pressure. We know that for a fact. So if I leave that wall in place, that junction in that white line, that's going to be a spot where we may have problems with added pressure being applied to areas we don't want it. So by removing that wall in that area, that's going to force any weight up above it. And that's where I want that weight to be if this claw does touch the ground. Now you'll notice as I'm paring away here, you'll notice how white that horn is right above that particular spot in that white line. That's telling me, because it's white and not a dark color, that there's no infection up underneath that, which is a good thing. That means that we're just simply dealing with a pressure ulcer type situation here. So I'm just going to thin this down really thin, get as much of that away as I can so there's no pressure pushing on that from the bottom. And then I'm going to vent this outside wall area to make sure that we don't get any debris packing in there. If it does happen to come in contact with that area I've dished out, it's going to have a tendency to vent out the side and not become impacted in that spot in the white line there. Now this area up above, you might have thought, well, that's a normal spot for a white line issue. How did you know it wasn't there? With this amount of lameness, I would have expected that area up above where I'm working right now, had that been the issue, that would have worked its way out the heel bulb and there would have been separation there, and there wasn't. So I kind of ruled that out. Here's that area. You can see how it's nice and soft and white there. That's my sign to stop. If I were to keep trimming that area, I would go all the way through, and I don't want to do that there. We're going to get this block in place, and that is going to take the pressure off of this. And then we're going to put that foot down, and you're going to see why this was one of the most rewarding trims that I've done in a long, long time. Now you'll notice when she first steps out of the chute, she doesn't know what to do. She remembers just a few minutes ago how painful that foot was, and now, oh, pain-free. Tail's wagging and she's happy. Remember the beginning? Yeah, real sore. Not anymore. We got her all fixed up, and that is why this is one of the most rewarding trims I've done in a while. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.